next fly is a smoke sparkle minnow. This pattern is on the internet times about 20 different versions of it. So normally when I'm fishing this, and this is a new fly for me from last year, I fish it in rivers as a streamer, and I fish it. All right, so we're using 140 white thread. And the first thing that goes into this fly is the tail, which is a two-tone tail. And for the smoke, it's black. And this is slate brown. And most of the patterns on the internet have two-tone, but there's so many versions of this and colors that you can do it in about anything. But again, you waste a lot of marabou when you do something like this. But that's all right. It's more money for the shops, right? John, I'm surprised you haven't tied this. I'm surprised you haven't tied this pattern. It's really popular. So the big lie for this fly was that trip I was talking about. I was with Three Rivers on the Henry's Fork down below Ashton Dam. And that was the Monday, and it was cloudy, so we fished streamers all day. And early in the afternoon, we went up to, we did Chester backwater in the morning, and then we went up to the Ashton Dam in the afternoon, fished that. And I was throwing streamers like crazy, and all of a sudden I hooked this big fish, didn't know how big, and oh, there's one more thing I got to do. He went way down below us, and then he went back up towards us, and I was reeling in as fast as I could, and all of a sudden this huge fish jumps straight out of the water, 3 feet in the air, does a 180, goes down, gone. And I look over at my guide like this, and he says, "That is the biggest fish I've seen in 3 years on this river." And it was on this pattern. He gave it to me. So this is, you can either double loop, or you can use this belly material. But basically what happens is this hangs down below this bug, and then we'll bring it up at the end.
So this pearl, polar chenille?
It's polar chenille, or it can be this stuff, midnight blue, or pearl, medium, or you can double loop out of it. It doesn't really matter, because all you're trying to do is put a whiter belly on the bottom of this fly. So when I was first doing this, I made some dubbing loops, and they're not really that good, but I want to show you real quick. See the difference between this and the one I made? There's quite a difference. They both work, but this really isn't as even as it should be. So I'm going to take one of these. And the only thing with wire brushes is you got to be careful with the wire. So I'm going to tie that in there like that and bury the wire. And then we're just going to palmer this and keep moving the fibers back. Trying to keep the belly material. Come here. This is the only problematic part.
Move your ocean, go back and put it in that spring that's right behind the jaws.
Oh, yeah, if I can. That's all right. It's a wire brush, and this one is I don't know where the package is. No, these were purchased. I purchased these from Fish Tech. It's like kind of like what Sam says. You can spend a lot of time and effort to make one, or you can buy 6 12-inch pieces for $9. So what I'm going to do right now is tie in the belly, and to do that I'm going to leave the wire brush on there, and then hopefully I can turn this over. Then we're going to take a there, I did it. See that, John? I'm getting better at it. Take a brush. I don't know if you've ever watched Cheech tie flies, but this is all he ever does. Brush the living daylights out of the fly. And all I'm doing basically is creating a place for the belly to go. I just bring that up underneath, take the fibers out, and then tie that in the bottom, and then cut it off. No, I don't want to cut that, I just want to cut the belly. Then we're going to turn it back up and put a couple more winds of the wire brush on here. So we fill up the area right behind the cone. And again, I'll use my wire nippers to cut that. Throw this in there. Good finish. Put some head cement in there. That'll also help keep the cone from moving around. Do that in a minute. Then we'll comb it out again. And there is your sparkle minnow.